Good morning, everyone. Oh, look, you can see my hands. Better this than a looter gesture. Morning, Gerald. Morning, Franco, when you eventually rewatch the production. Yes, I did actually sleep well, which was good. Felt good. I didn't realize it at the time. I just woke up and oh, must have slept well. Hopefully everyone is well. How is everyone on this, what is it, January 7th? It is the 7th. Oops. Like so and like so. Put this away. So I did do some work on this stuff here. Let me, you know what, I'll just leave the house lights off for a moment. So I used the Gemini Pro, and I think I got some pretty good results. Oh, and I got to do the coffee stir. Oh, baby. So as you can see, there's an OLED sitting here. So let's wait for this to turn on. Okay, that's good. That's on channel 1 here. But that's just the receiver. So let's plug in So here's the transmit. Here's all the channels. I don't have them all plugged into pots, but channel 1 is plugged into a pot. It is working with my OLED. So that's good. And then we're going to plug in the receiver. And there we go. Okay, now watch this. It is so much faster. So I think we're in a state now that I'm happy to release this as a version 1. I think we're good to solder the components on and make a video, that kind of thing. I think I'm happy to do that. I'm not happy with the board fully. It does work. It will function, which is 3/4 of the battle at this point. But I want to remake this board down the line, and that I will. But for now, this is good to make the video. The only thing is I need a hook for the video, like something to hang the video on. It can't just be that I made my own RC controller. Oh, the other thing is we may not have enough slide pots. That is a concern. I need 3. I don't know how many I have. Let's see. So I have a ton of slide pots, but not on PCBs. These like Arduino-y style ones, I may only have 2. I have some 10 turns here, but these need to go in a different box. I'm going to take these out. These are like very nice 10-turn pots. I mean, if shit hits the fan, we can use this kind of pot because there's two axes in each direction. So we can use this. Are these considered pots? I guess they're considered pots. We'll put them in my potentiometer box. Come on. Nope. Ugh. I would love at some point to put the RP2040 chip directly on the board. That would be cool. But that is quite the soldering prowess you need for that. Okay, that's good. Where is my pots and caps? Oh, here. It was right next to me this whole time. Here's some more of these 10 turns. See, I have got a bunch of these slide potentiometers, no PCBs for them. Yeah, I don't have these nice visual pots, and I don't really want to buy them just for this. Shit. Now what? Did I bring more than one out when I... No, I think I literally only have those. Shit. Let's see how much it would cost me to get more. AliExpress is a no-go. They wouldn't even show up until January 15th. I guess I'm just gonna have to make do with the joystick and one linear slide, because I don't want to have to deal with that. Okay, so we're gonna have to clean up a little bit here. Watch your eyes, I'm gonna flashbang you. There we go. Okay, so let's clean up a little bit. These are the proof of concept. I'm going to have to solder some new ones. Also, if you guys have an idea for a hook, like what concept of a video we can do, I'm all ears. let's see. Let's put these away. Can turn this off. Right now I'm thinking we could do it like it took years to vanquish this foe type thing. Like as in, it took years to get a working NRF project. Also, I'm curious to see if a lot of people had success using hardware SPI on Raspberry Pi Pico to run NRF modules, because I think I'm going to have to address it in the video. I was not able to have it work on hardware SPI. I had to use bit banging. Let me check to see if anyone has any of those problems, or it's just me. I'm okay if it's just me, but I want to know. Getting failures. Just got it to work. 46758. It's different pins. Maybe you need to use SPI1. Let's see. I think they're just using SPI. I hate how they're called different pins in code than their physical location. Seems like people don't have any issues. Good morning, ITT. How are you? Yeah, I'm using the same sort of thing. Look, but look at all the problems. Waking up, you'll tell me later? Okay. Anyways, it looks like there's a lot of problems. Let's see if we can Gemini it. Is there a lot of internet chatter about issues communicating with NRF 24L01 module using a Raspberry Pi Pico over hardware SPI? Because I think that's the problem. Getting AI to write full-on bit banging everything, because the hardware SPI, I think, is just too fast. SPI mode 0. It's interesting. Anyways, well, whatever the reason. All right, so I have designed a PCB that combines a RP2040 from Waveshare with NRF 24L01 Plus that acts like a RC transmitter and receiver. The TX module has an OLED displaying bar graphs that map to all three potentiometer values. And the RX has 3 servo outputs. I am looking for a hook to hang. Oh wait, Let me just, all this is for my YouTube channel about electronics projects. Looking for a hook or a concept to hang my video on. Something that will interest viewers to click. So far, my best idea is that it took me years to slay this beast, where the concept is that I have been trying to get a working project from a NRF 24L01 for years. Any other ideas? Let's see what AI says. No, the problem was my code. No, none of those ideas are good. It was in the coding and the board design all this time. I also limited myself to compact microcontrollers, which is problematic as well. I could likely have used an Uno, but I refused. How's it going, JB? We've got the project working with OLED. Watch this. This is the transmitter stack. Look at that beauty. It works. It works. It all works for now. No, I don't like this. The debt. No. No. This is all crap. No range testing. No. I've got a very small workspace. I'm not going outside. It is cold. Actually, today it should be like 0 or 1 degree or something like that. None of these are good. Sorry. Guess I don't like AI slop on YouTube. No, it's 2.4 gig. This is not too bad. This is not good. Stop that. There's no interference. Negative 8C? Where the hell are you? Oh, this is not bad. Whatever. We're going to do something like that. The AI slop is not very good at video ideation. -3 feeling like it's -8. Okay, this thing is very loud. There we go. I don't know what the feels like is going to be here. Does Europe use the feels like? -10 during the night, up to -2. Yeah, it's going to be mild here too. All right, so away this goes. Away this goes. Oh. Feel stiff this morning. I actually slept well, which was a pleasant surprise. I don't feel rested, but it's probably because I have a sleep debt. Okie dokie. This guy can hang precariously. I don't know if he'll hang. Nope. He'll do the Oh, I guess you can just rotate in here. There we go. Does the walk like an Egyptian. How do you do that? How would you do that? Can't rotate your back back leg like this. Oh, like this. There we go, like a squat. There we go. Enjoy. Oh, that doesn't look like a good symbol on stream. There we go. No more snow for a week. 2 centimeters today. So did Europe. Closed airports and shit. Yeah, I think we're getting snow today. I'm working tomorrow. Oh shit. I'm working tomorrow, so I gotta be out and about tomorrow, sadly. But I did spend way the fuck too much money, so what choice do I actually have at this point? Hopefully we get this PCBWay video done. So my other question is, where the hell are my boards? Because I've got... Are they in here? Were they in here the whole time? Nope. These are the max sensors. I will say, if we can't find the PCB, that is definitely going to be a problem. That's what happens when this project was supposed to be a December project, and it is now January. 7 a.m., it's 2 p.m. now. Oh, wow. Okay, let me put this over there. Oh my God. Oh. I swear oh, here they are. These are them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. And then 9, 10 with these two. In they go. Let's just sort them. There we go. In the box you go. I don't have any rubber bands because whenever I have rubber bands, I tend to fire them across the room using finger guns. Pew, pew, pew. Oh well, no rubber bands. Not the end of the world. Okay, so here's my PCBs. Don't know if this one's broken. I'm gonna add something. Hey, how's it going, Locke? I'm gonna add something to my video list. What was it on Sheets? I am freaking exhausted. Video ideas. Okay. Jesus Christ. I am not like entirely conscious yet. Okay, I don't think I'm ready to film a video, so we got to do something else. Let's look at the list. We got to do something else as filler, and I don't know what it is at the moment, but something that doesn't take too much brain power. So I guess I'm just 1.1 coffees in today. Can do this. Okay, let's print. We need another part for the spark arrestor. Just like Franco is also in the future as it is 2 p.m. Yeah. Inercy, Centauri carbon, microscope. Okay, the spark arrestor. We need to print a lid. Not really. Okay. Let's see. Here's the second box, right? Yeah, this is good. And this lid will work. So these two parts are for the video. That's good. Here's my concept. That's good. Hey, Franco. Good afternoon. Shit. I'm like... Excuse me. That was a big yawn. I don't know if I'm ready for this. We must persevere, though. So what do we do to persevere? I've got to have something quick on the video list. Hang on. Let's check. No. 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 Ooh. That's not a bad idea. Soon. Not yet. Not yet. That could be easy. Really? Are you ADHD by any chance? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But I know that some people that have ADHD react to stimulants. Stimulants make them sleepy. God, none of my videos are good. ADD. Shit. What do we do? I'm like, okay, what's happening right now is I was about to film this PCBWay video, but I got hit by a wave of tired. Not the right state to be hosting a video, to be honest. So, probably not a good idea. So I'm looking for something we can do that is productive, but yet doesn't take a ridiculous amount of brain power. The only problem with this video is I need something with high capacitance to make a spark with. And then demonstrate this as being a no spark system. Don't have any of that right now. I had an idea too the other day, something that'd be easy to do, like a quick video. Whatever. Let's do some experimentation, shall we? So this is a candidate for my upcoming Switch to Python series. So I just ordered this because it looked really cool. So let's see if we can get it to work. There's a sort of like GitHub-y. So ITT, I hear that a lot of people say that it's the same, but I've heard that it's medically distinct, that you can have ADHD and not ADD, and vice versa. The hyperactivity disorder can be separate. That's just what I heard. What do I know, right? Okay, so let's see. Let's solder some pins onto this bad boy. Do I have? Yes, I do. My soldering platform. There you go. so you guys can be a little bit closer. What am I seeing there? What is that reflection of? No. Oh. It's my DSLR. Well, these are the lights there. But I meant this, which is actually, this is the corner. This is the shutter button of my DSLR. Let's see if I can. Hard to see. You can see the outline of the camera there. Okay, solder. It's brand new. Let's leave that alone. Breadboard. Okie dokie. I'm exhausted. I was feeling optimistic that it was going to be a nice and productive day, considering I have to go to work tomorrow. But I'm feeling very drained. Oh, Franco, we got the transmitter project done. I'll show you in a moment. I've got an OLED connected here. Watch this. And the transmission speed is faster. So I've only got one potentiometer attached right now. But it works. I'm only updating the OLED every 200 milliseconds. Because it doesn't need to be updated very quickly, and I want to add features. So it works. Oh, need to trim another one out. Thank you. Thought it was pretty cool too. I mean, it was a little bit of fighting with Gemini. I had to tell it not to remove functionality in order to add other functionality. The code is fairly well documented, but I'm going to document it better before release. I'm pretty optimistic. The only thing is I don't have a good hook on which to hang the video. Like I don't know why at the moment. Don't have a reason why anybody would care about my project, which is a little problematic. Yes, completely written by AI. I am actively learning code. It will not be AI only code for much longer, but for the right now, it's necessary while I'm under financial pressure to make videos, because I think this is now my primary job. but I am currently learning to code. So it will get better and better, especially as I make videos explaining the... No, I'm not taking it as a dig either, but I am embarrassed that I'm using AI to code. And the bad part about that is I can't add all the features I want because AI runs out of memory, and it won't code properly. So I am making massive efforts to learn to code. But you have to remember, and like you guys know, but my comment section doesn't always. I am currently learning so many things, like I'm learning to code. Every project I do is learning something, right? Because I'm not redoing the same projects over and over. I am learning FreeCAD. I am still learning KiCad. I'm still learning to deal with sponsors. Oh, actually I have a story about sponsors. Remind me to tell you the story about sponsors once I'm done. So essentially, oh yeah, I want to pick up LabVIEW. I'm going to be learning specifically Python, and that'll include CircuitPython. I am, I'm learning all sorts of things. I have to learn like the Elegoo slicer, for example, for the Elegoo machine I bought. I am learning, like terminal commands and stuff. Yeah, LabVIEW for sure. Does make for a good video about the possibility of using AI. I mean, that could be a hook. I just don't think people are positive enough about AI. I don't think they care. I think that's a bit of a problem. People are quite negative about AI. And, I mean, people have their reasons, right? Like, for example, the company with arguably the worst AI, which is Microsoft with Copilot, they've just rebranded Office as Office Copilot. I mean, Copilot Office. They're paying, like, companies are paying like $30 a head to license Office a month. It's ridiculous, and Copilot sucks. It's horrible. I have access to Pro Copilot through the college account, because we all have Microsoft accounts. And I would rather struggle through coding an NRF without AI than use Copilot. It is bad. I am semi-positive on AI. As someone who likes to learn things, AI is phenomenal for that. Because, like, for example, every time, like I will say this right now, another maker doesn't watch these streams. He's got actual cool shit to do. But I love him. He's a great guy. He's phenomenal. He is incredibly generous with his time and money. But when I ask him about help on code, I end up more confused than when I started. It's just the thing. When people are experts in their field, like another maker is incredibly good at what he does. It's like it becomes more difficult to explain to a beginner the better you are at something. AI doesn't have that problem because I literally tell the AI that I'm an idiot. And I know, like, my wife doesn't like when I say that, but I mean, that's what I tell the AI. I tell the AI, pretend I'm an idiot and explain as if I'm an idiot. And then it doesn't take anything for granted. It explains from the base concept all the way up. And that's the only way I can understand. AI also uses precise language. Precise language is so important to the way that my brain parses information. A lot of humans will try to explain me stuff by using real-world examples, but because it's something they're coming up with immediately, they're just coming up with it off the dome, their examples don't hold up. And so when I internalize an example, and then the real world has exceptions, I feel as though the code has exceptions, but it doesn't. It was just an example. But it's hard for me to understand which parts of the example were the important parts and which ones weren't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that... Am I making any sense here? Is your data can be extracted? Yes, I agree. The data privacy stuff is scary. That's another reason why I sprung the extra money for a 16 gig GPU. That's why I have LM Studio installed. Right? This is the reason. I think AI is incredibly powerful, but I agree there are some scary aspects of it. Completely agree on that. Am I wrong here? But are there supposed to be grounds? Pin 2 supposed to be ground? All good, Gerald. I appreciate you being here. Either way, whether or not you can pay attention. Is the pinout on this not the same as the Pi Pico? Or did I solder it upside down? It's not the same. Well, shit. Damn it. So I bought these Ultimate Picos because I thought they were the same as the Pico, but with much more memory. They have 16 megabytes of memory. Mother effer. I don't want to use... Yeah, no kidding. It's just ground, so it would have been okay. But, okay, the reason why I don't want to use a Pi Pico is because they all have micro USB. Shit. these are literally all the Picos I have. These are 2 Pico 2s, a Pico 2W, and a Pico. And I bought these because they have USB-C and more memory, and I thought they were the same pinout, but they're not the same pinout. Oh, God. I don't want to use micro USB. Dang it. Morning, Mr. Ireland. What's wrong with micro USB? I have enough trouble finding my cables as it is. I'd love to just keep a standard. I don't think any product from 2020 on should have had micro USB. Damn it. Thankfully, the soldering iron's still warm. Using adapters with great success. Yeah, those adapters in this workshop, they're going to go missing. I was also, so the other thing is I was hoping that my MicroPython project tutorial was going to be based on PyPico, and I was going to base it on actually the Ultimate Pico, the purple board I just put away, because it has so much more memory, so much more storage, and Python can get big with libraries and all sorts of stuff. So I was hoping that the extra size would be better. And also, look, there's a display here, so graphics and stuff can get large as well. So, yeah. Don't melt the screen. Yeah, I'll try not to. And the thing is, too, I thought they were the same pinout, and therefore I thought it would be a good solution so everyone at home just use whatever they have. No, absolutely not. The goal is not to optimize the code. 100% not. If you're looking for optimal, this is not the channel for you. I'm just trying to get people going on code, and by people going, I mean me going, and then people going. I think that microcontrollers are so inexpensive that I think most people, and this is my hot take, I think most people don't need to optimize the code. I think most people should just use whatever is easiest and go on with their day. The truth is, my most hardware demanding project so far is that NRF project, the one we've just been working on. It bitbangs SPI and it bitbangs I2C. and it probably uses like 1% of what the Pico can do. So I think in this era of cheap microcontrollers, don't need to optimize. Okay, so that is in there. Not happy about the USB micro, but probably enough for shits and giggles. That's a problem we have with ESP32 boards, so many different pinouts. At least the Pi Pico provides a reliable standard. You would think so until you encounter this. Like, this is advertised. The name of this board is the ultimate, is the Pi Pico Ultimate. Here, I'll let's pull out that. This is a Pico 2, but do this, they're the same. Okay. So this is called the Pico Ultimate. This is the Pico. So if we check, that won't work. I'll just read it out to you. Or here, maybe I'll prop it up a little bit more. Get this up. So this is GP01 ground. This is GP012. This is 2, 3, 4, 5 ground. 3, 4 ground, 5, 6, 7. Like, that ground is in the same spot. No. No, this ground, you can't see. NRFer. Let's see if we can stack them like this. So this one has ground on the third. The third is a GPIO. Ground on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. That's a GPIO, and the ground is 2 up from there. There's a ground on 1, 2, 3 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. That's a GPIO. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a GPIO. Ground is 2 down. There's a ground on the third here. Third is a GPIO. There's a ground on probably 8th again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's no ground on this side. There's an analog ground here. There's a run pin here. This is a analog in. There's the run pin up there. Let's check the power pins. Okay, so VBus, VSys ground, VBus, VIN ground, that's the same. 3v3 enabled, 3v3 enabled, 3v3, 3v3. ADC, VREF, and this is ground. So they're not the same. That's so upsetting. I can't even tell you how upsetting it is. I just happily bought a bunch of these. God damn it. Oh my God, I'm so ticked off. So ticked off. Oh boy. Here, let's sit down. So let's go see AliExpress. I want Pi Pico with USB-C. This is new shoppers. Hang on a sec, let me sign in with Google. I don't know my password. Give me a sec. Gotta check my Gmail. Yeah, you'd think they would pick a standard and stick to it. Is it in my spam? Okay, never mind. Just gonna not sign into AliExpress. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's but the run pins are in different spots. And since the GPIO are not the same, that means my code won't compile on both as easily. Okay, so USB Type-C. Right? No, that one has USB Type-C. Green with pin. These are micro. So this one, Type-C. I have to check on my logged in account. Pi Pico. I don't care if it's real or not. It just... Oh, why is it so expensive? I'm so upset. It's not even funny. Can't even tell you. $4 with LED. Yeah, but is it the same pinout? That one's the same pinout. Okay, so this one, 16 meg. That one has the ground pins in the correct spots. So I can buy this one, and it will work. The sponsors, yes. Okay, every YouTuber in the world. What? Does this one? Oh, okay, hang on. Does this one have the right grounds? Hang on a sec. Third from the bottom should be ground. It's not. Okay, it doesn't have the right grounds. Okay, every YouTuber in the world gets spam. Oh, this one doesn't have the right grounds either. Hang on, hang on. Yeah, no, this one has the wrong grounds too. This one has the correct grounds. So you can't get the ones with better storage. Anyways, there's a company that emailed me 4 times wanting me to take a look at a automatic kitty litter box that like flips the litter by its, I don't know what it, honestly, I don't know what it does. And on the 4th email, they were like, just following up, we just want a quote, blah, 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 whatever. So I said, fine. Here's, oh shit, you guys aren't even, you are on the screen. What is going on with my stream? So on the 4th email, I was like, fine. $750 US. I usually throw out like a big number. And I will buy a stuffed animal, like a plushie, like a toy. I will do a funny demo of it working. And then I will tear it down and we'll take a look at the electronics inside. $750 US. And then they said, oh, okay, we'll reach out to the customer and we'll let you know. So it's like, because it's a company, it's a ad firm And so they get back to me and they said the client has approved the project. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm about to embark on this journey, right? To make a silly kitty litter video. And then when they got back, they said, so here's what we need from you. So the product will be shipped, at time X. I need you to sign this NDA. And the thing is, there's a scam that you get like a PDF to sign, but the PDF runs malware on your system and it hijacks your session token. It's a big deal. It's a problem. It's a known problem. But they use fake companies. This company used DocuSign, the real company. I checked the URL and everything. And then they said, yeah. And then they said, we will need you to send us your script draft, and then once the client approves, then you can go ahead and start. And then we need the first draft by this date, and then the changes need to be made by this date. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, stop. You talked about none of this stuff in your email, like none of it. So the quote I gave you was for you to send me a product and I will send you a video. So, and then I said, there is no chance that I'm signing a PDF from the internet. It's just not going to happen. And so they're like, oh, we're sorry. How about you give us a revised quote for all of this stuff? And then I gave them another big number, and I was like, actually, you know what? Forget it. I can't fit you in my schedule. I can't have this looming above my head. No, thank you. I'm out. So that was my story. Let me be clear, if it was something I wanted to work on, that would have been a altogether different story. Okay, so while I was bitching and moaning here, I found this one has the correct grounds. I'm just going to grab a pipe Pico and actually compare. Let's see here. Oh, I have to read it upside down because the stupid pipe Pico is not written on the correct side. Okay, so 15, 14 ground, 13, 12, 11, 10 ground. 15, 14 ground, 13, 12, 11, 10 ground. Yeah, this is the correct pinout. So I need this guy. So this is what I wanted, 16 megs of memory. It has a NeoPixel, which, whatever, it is what it is. So the price for 5 of them is $17.88 Canadian. So we are putting that in the cart. Freaking frustrating though. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, frustrating has to get to that, but it is what it is. They probably wouldn't have approved the big thing, and like I actually hate. Let me see if I can. I just want to confirm. Oh, did I not send this back? Hang on. Sent. Yeah, okay, yeah. I said, hello, upon further reflection, I don't think I can fit your video into my production schedule. It'd be tight without without client consultation in the first place. But because your client wants to review and approve parts of it, I think it would be borderline impossible. I think it's best we cancel the video production. That's what I said. It is tough to turn away money. 700 before taxes, basically nothing at the end. How much do you think I make here? Do you know how little I make on YouTube? If you're scoffing at 700 bucks, I don't. Do you want me here? I'll show you something interesting. Let's go to YouTube Studio. Let's change to this. Let's go to my analytics. YouTube, please, can you stop doing that? Actually, here, content. So how much do you think I made on my last video? Just curious. Save. Hang on, let me find the screenshot. Screenshot 2. In case you were wondering how much money I make on YouTube. So this is my last video. This is the video with the universal solder kit that I paid Mondo bucks for. I paid a lot of money for it. This is how much money I made on that video. $2.22. Yeah, I know. I have to pay. Well, I have to pay taxes on everything. So, like, I'm not getting away from taxes. No matter what. If I do make it or I don't. You know what I mean? So if I decline opportunities because I would have to pay too many taxes, I end up with less money at the end of the year. What is this? Edit with designer. Yeah, no thanks. Microsoft Clip Champ. No. How about no? OneDrive Personal. Not signed in. Yeah, like, fuck, I would sign in. So, I mean, I do make more money than that. Let's see. The I Challenge You video, it made double that. $4.47. The 4 sensors, 1 project video, $2.30. The Pi Pico 2 lunchbox video, $3.47, and it got me it got me in hot water with my sponsor, so that was great. So yeah, and now, like, here I am, woke up at 6:30 or 6 o'clock this morning, got out of bed at 6:30, was supposed to make a PCB Wave video, but I can't stop yawning. So I'm going to have to delay production of the video another 2 days. So, yeah. I'll tell you, it's tough to turn down money. Very tough. But at the same time, I know my audience doesn't give a shit about an automatic kitty litter box. Robot. Like, look, they sell a whole bunch, like, there's a whole bunch on the market. Uh, Membership is open. I don't know if I have members. Let me see. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I have one member who is in this chat right now. One member. There could be interest on the teardown portion, yes. I will agree. But, like, for me to jump through all the hoops, and my fear is that they would, like, I would do 20 hours of work and then they wouldn't even pay. Because that definitely can happen. I have no idea. I don't have a cat. I can't. I have like 3 cats that are always in my backyard, but they're not mine. They're my neighbors. And I wish they would stay the hell inside, but this is not the reality we live in. Okay, so it looks like I'm spending more money on a series of videos that'll make me $2. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the problem. It's their terms. It's their terms. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely for hire. I mean, I can make videos. Maybe not this morning, but in general. This is weird though, because I'm less awake today when I slept well last night than I was for the last 2 days when I didn't sleep well. But anyways, let's see if we can. Oh my god, let's see if we can get this thing to work. So we have a Pi Pico. I'll have to go find a micro USB cable. Let's see if we can read the ADCs. What good does that do? We need to display something. These actual resistors? Yes, they are. Oh wait, this company has a website. I just remembered now. They have, I think they have example code. Let's see. Pi Pico display. This is actually a little hard to find. Here, let me see my orders. Oh, you guys. I'll put the link in the description. There's the link. I'm going to pin it. Message. If I come here. So yeah, you can get it with the Pico or Pico W, but I just bought it. I was like, oh, I'm just going to use my Ultimate Picos. Looks like people have the example code running. And here we go. Oh, it's a touchscreen. That's nice. Oh no. install CMake and GCC cross compiler. Oh no. Okay, we have a GitHub. This is just a straight zip file. Let's go to here. Hi, JFix. Yeah, I get it. All right. Install CMake. Okay, what is CMake? For building C++. Oh, literally. No. Let's try something. Guys, we are becoming hackers. Okay. Why does this not paste anymore? You mother. Copy. Thank you. I don't remember what my password is. Okay, I do remember. FA doesn't help against session token jacking. Sorry to be the one to have to tell you. Look at this hacking, folks. Okay, that's good. CD workspace ls two-factor authentication. so SMS, not great. Litter box would be good if you come up with a way like Roomba to come up with some hack on it. Turn it to auto dog feeder. Yeah, I don't know. Touch. What are we doing? Pico, breadboard, CD, Pico, breadboard. Not a directory. Didn't I just touch it? Oh no, wait. How do you delete? Delete file in Linux. RM. Pico breadboard. mkdir Pico breadboard. CD Pico breadboard. Did I not just... CD Pico breadboard. There we go. Okay. Great. Git clone. mkdir, thank you. I know, I did learn some stuff. I have to say, I did learn some stuff. Like, I'm not as lost. I did learn some stuff. I have to say, like, I'm learning. I'm trying. I really am trying. Anyone that says that I refuse to try is a liar. Like, obviously, I know that when I do the mkdir, you can add a flag to jump to that directory right away. I don't remember what it is. It's still downloading. It's huge, by the way. Also, I don't know how this is faster than just downloading on GitHub, but it is what it is. Still receiving objects. 5 megs per sec. Okay, so CD Pico breadboard kit, and then mkdir build, and then CMake warning, CMake error, something didn't go right. Notepad. Okay, because I think these should be on the same line. And I think this should be on the same line. Hang on a sec here. Unknown argument, J4. Unknown argument. Maybe this is not part of it. Ignoring extra path. CMake error does not appear to contain CMake lists. Oh wait. You suck. Copy pasting is like the worst cancer ever in terminal. Okay, still that doesn't work. SDK location was not. There was some sort of path thing I had to do. Don't know. Yeah, no, it's fine. Look, terminal is so phenomenal. Ooh, look at this UI heaven. Ooh, look how good this is. There. There. Look how awesome UI heaven. Ooh, so nice. Very, very good. Look how awesome. So like set to the SDK location. I don't know how to fucking do that. Copy from the SDK to your project directory. Yeah, assumes you're using a Pi. Getting start. I love it. I don't, does anybody know what this is doing? C. Here's the error. Set Pico SD, I don't know. It's not very good instructions. update the README. When did it do it? 2 years ago. Okay. What we're gonna do? The Regooglizer. Have a Pi Pico with an LCD with those specs. Also have a joystick. Y on ADC 1, X on ADC 0, make me something cool in Arduino IDE that I can run as a demo, please. The cooler, the better. This is asking a lot. No way, man. The robots are workers. If I have to pay 3 times more for a graphics card, the least it can do is figure out my coding. This, it says add this to the loop. Void loop is here. You know what? Do it there. Include wire.h. Include wire.h. Oh shit. So I still need to find a USB cable. AI will just respond with a Google link. Yeah, but Google is AI too. That's no good. Pi Pico. Raspberry Pi Pico. Deprecated. Use what? This is UI garbage. Pi Pico. That one. Sure. Upload. Fatal error. Is it capital W wire? I don't know. Are you working from home there, Mr. Ireland? Mr. Ireland? TY. got a bunch of errors like this. Didn't trust the boat to get you home. Yeah, because the snow today. At least you have a flexible job. Imagine if you're a construction worker. Are there like hotels on the non-island side that people have to stay at? Yes, just do it. Come on, an entire county in Mississippi is gonna have poisoned water for this, so it better be good. Control A, Control V. Send that shit. Oh, I didn't actually check if it was in boot mode. Is it going to work anyway? There's an error, but it doesn't say what the error is. Been offering discounted rates since the current mess started. Wow. Okay. Seems to have wrote it. Let's see what happens. Ugh. Here goes. Wow, AI, you did such a phenomenal job. Okay, let's try again. That's what I want. It did compile and upload, but it had errors. Not sure why it still compiled, but the screen remained black. A bunch of errors like this. Need to put it into boot mode. Yeah. Very good. Looks like a black screen. Yeah, it sure does. Ugh. Why do I have to do this? Libraries. Documents. Arduino. Libraries. Where was it? TFT ESPI. ESPI. Open user setup. .h. No. And then delete everything in that file. Okay. Gone. Save. Let's try this again. Gemini is Google. Flashing. Done uploading. Oh. Let's switch to this is so nice. Such a nice project. I think I could have done this too. Oh, he modified it. Okay, let's try that again. DJ, upload this shit. Yeah, but Google gives you so. I'm not in a mental state for doing this, but AIs hallucinate. I agree, but Google just gives you whoever the highest bidder on the SEO lottery was. Tools, serial monitor. No reset button on the Pi. No, Curtis, I don't want to delete my whole OS. MT said he might send me a mini PC. In that case, I can have a sandbox to play in. Still doesn't work. Still no messages in serial. Dude, you poisoned an entire community's drinking water to power yourself to make code that doesn't even run. Should I ask Claude? How's it going, Ryan Labs? We're just arguing with AI. Again, this is becoming typical for my live streams. Okay, so this and USB stack. vtools, Pico SDK, that's perfect. I don't know if we're in boot mode yet. Just got your Meiji Techno EMZ8TR microscope. Ooh. Fancy, fancy. All right. This better work. If not, we're going to Claude. Okay, we need the Arduino GFX. Arduino GFX. Is it Giga Display? Arduino GFX library. Whose library are we using? Moon on Our Nation. That's it. Install. Very nice. I made a DIY microscope, which I should be making a video on soonish. There's a big ish to the soon, but soonish. This poor Uno is going through a lot of crapola. Oh my God. Oh, there you go. Do these pins match what I gave you? It's on the PCB. I can't change them. You noob. Here, let's give this one. What do I need? ST7796. ST7796. I don't see a ST7796. I don't see any of that. That is close enough, I guess. And then what else do I need, Claude? Wire. That's okay. Go away. Okay, here's Claude's answer. Court in 2.5 hours. What are you winning? What are you going to court for? Playing another round of job cuts. Of course they are. Okay, Claude is no better. No, I don't want a hardware scan. Get the fuck out of here. just give me code. There. Upload this shit. For disabling your thermostat. Ooh, interesting. Is this like a... Oh, this is a right to repair thing. Hell yeah, man. Stick it to him. Oh no. I opened World of Warcraft by accident. I'll wait till it's done. Okay, so basically it's giving up now. We're out of the thinking stuff. Sore back, struggling to breathe. Shit, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, that's what sucks about... Oh my God, would you just screw off? That's what's horrible about cloud services. Oh, it didn't rewrite? Well, if you didn't rewrite it, of course I didn't do it, you nub. Obviously, when I do this in MicroPython, it'll be a one step at a time type thing. We're going to go through, we're going to get one thing working, then another, then another. Man, there's a lot of code being spat out here. It's still going. Nope, if this doesn't work, you're out. I guess I need to put it back into boot mode. They mocked your disabled wife? Like, that's not illegal, but I don't see what they thought the benefit of that would be. Like, what do they possibly stand to win here? Well, spoiler, it doesn't work. Like, again, like your relationship with this company is just you're just a customer. So I don't see what they thought they were gaining here. Like, you're not gonna like get damages in court for that, but so in my mind, companies shouldn't be obligated to give firmware and source code by pressure, they should be, they should have to provide firmware and source code by law. Like, it shouldn't have to be a court case. It should be, if you sell a product, that product has to keep working, or you turn it over to the community once it's deprecated. My opinion. Okay. I would say, ooh, parts is a little tough for me. Parts is a little tough. The thing is, I think, here's my opinion. Here's my opinion. I would think it's acceptable if they made an offline client and they provided that. Like, things are not going to last forever. I think it is really nice for them to be able to have parts available, but like, the thing is, if you legislate that parts availability, what they're going to do is they're going to keep them in, they're going to keep them in stock or whatever, but they're going to charge Apple prices for them. You know, like, Apple very carefully selects the price of things to make sure that you pretty much just buy a new one. Yeah, but you can't say they can't gouge. That's not a a measurable thing. Like, I agree that would be ideal, but I mean, that's not something you can actually enforce. Like, who's to say how much it costs to keep a injection mold stored somewhere for like 10 years? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I definitely agree with you. But like, the thing is that, like, there's, I agree in principle. There's just nothing, I just think it's so unrealistic that no law would be passed with anything that has a no gouging clause in it. I don't know where this library is. I think it just invented the library. Look at this. Look who's on the ChatGPT radar. Dustin Watts. Yeah, thank you. Doesn't exist. Okay, I get you, Ryan. Is there anti-gouge legislation in there? Like, how do we figure what's fair? Right? What if the company has to have storage for parts for 7 years? Like, how much does a warehouse cost rent for 7 years, right? I think you could argue. Okay, here we go. But I agree. Right to repair is it's good legislation. I think the first step would be to enhance enhance consumer protection. Just rewrite it, dude. AI is supposed to make my life easier, not harder. In Canada, the closest we have to EU style. Yeah, that's another thing. The fines are really cheap comparatively. I think all corporate fines, and maybe even all personal fines, should be based. Oh, it's new law. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I apologize then. I thought you were talking about something California has done for years. But I think all corporate fines should be, and all personal fines too, if we're going that way, should all be based on revenue. It should all be based on revenue, not even profits, revenue. If you, can you just fuck off? It still doesn't work. With the ESPI TFT library, don't I have to edit the user config file? Is there a reason you expected it to work without me doing that? Because I think you know that it didn't work. Who has the word intelligence in their name? Me or AI? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I've had enough of AI for today. Enough arguing with the void. I think the sad reality about right to repair, and I'm pro right to repair, by the way, as you can see with me doing component level shit. I think the core tenet is that it is ideal that is existing in a non-ideal space. It is fundamentally incompatible with the rampant capitalist system that exists in the West in general, but especially in places like the United States. I mean, we have a very close version of that here in Canada. But again, most things that pass, they get neutered before they pass. It's really a system that rewards monopolistic thinking and anti-consumerist thinking. It's very sad, but that is a reality we have to contend with. It just is what it is. We don't have to accept it for what it is. Don't get me wrong. But it is a very sad truth that most people will vote against their own interests. They will support parties they will support parties that will do things that will harm their own interests. And yes, people like you are part of the solution, for sure, Ryan. But I think we need a fundamental shift in the way we think here in like I'm saying, North America. Europe is a little bit better, but it's not all the way better. We need a fundamental shift in how we think. Of course, it's also a joke in the EU, but I'm not discounting the fact that they are way more consumer protectionist than we are here in North America. Like, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I know that in Europe, you have an implied warranty on everything you purchase. I think it's like a year. I think if whatever you buy stops working within a year, you can bring it back. They have to take it back. No such thing happens here in Canada. I mean, there are general practices, but I think there's nothing enforced in law. 2 years. There we go. I just think here in North America, we are pretty much been convinced that if we make laws against the interests of businesses, then when we want to start a business, we're going to be screwed by those same laws. That is not my mentality. That is what people think. That's true. 12-month warranty, UK at point of sale. Yeah, there we go. So depends on the country, but we don't have that. And I know you pay for it, but I think as individuals, you gain more than you lose. It's like here in Canada, do I pay for healthcare? In my taxes, yes. When I went to the ER in December, did I pay for an ER visit? Nope. And when I look at how much I pay per year for healthcare and my taxes, it is less expensive. The entire year, it is less expensive than I see people in the States have to pay for an ER visit, even after the insurance is paid. So just the portion that is their deductible is more expensive than what I pay all year for healthcare access. So it's just, I think in the end, have to have a little bit more of a collectivistic mindset if you want to take down big behemoths like Microslop, for example. I mean, the EU was powerful enough to make Apple put USB-C on their devices. It's USB 2.0 speeds, yes, but they did it. It probably won't be a sales tax, Ryan. It probably would be a income tax. It's an income tax here in Canada. Let's just say here. Let's go with Gemini. It's pretty good. New chat. Can you tell me the total yearly cost of healthcare taxes for a typical Ontarian earning the modal Ontario wage? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know. Just make a guess. So, typical Ontarian, median individual income about 53,000. Annual cost about $600. So you pay roughly $2,600 in basic Ontario provincial income tax. Then the employer pays a little bit of tax. So, yeah. So per person, this is what it feels like coming out of your pocket. And then the provincial income tax. It's really not that bad. And so the total public cost, that includes the employer though. So $2,650, let's just say, that includes the employer, significantly lower than the average cost of a private family health insurance plan in the US, which often exceeds $7,000 to $10,000 USD per person annually for similar coverage. So brutal. Not a lot. That means richer you are, less you pay. Yes. Value added tax. There's a lot of people that talk about fair taxation, a consumption tax. But that usually benefits the rich people. Okay, so what do we do now? I guess I'll take, it's 10:30. Maybe I'll just end it here and try to take it easy, do some editing. I really need to do some editing because I am tired. So I might just spend the rest of my morning coding, trying to get a better salary so I can pay more taxes. And then I'm not here tomorrow. I promise you that. I'm not here tomorrow. I'm working, but I will try on Friday. Need to shower, put on your three-piece, and find that Wall Street smile. Yeah, Ryan, good luck in court. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm rooting for you. I hope you win. And for the rest of you, I will catch you in the next one. Have a good day, folks.